Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're here with another deal analysis over in the Aurora area. So we're going to be going over 17952 East Gunnison Place, Aurora. Just to let you guys know, I do these deal analyses because I'm an active real estate agent and licensed here in the state of Colorado. Broker, realtor, real estate agent, whatever you want to call it, that is what I am here. So I'm just providing some value for you guys and wanted to see what this looks like. I actually toured this home yesterday, last night. What is this? The 5th of February. So let's go over the photos real quick. And I'll also pan over some videos that I took of the place while I was touring it. So I saw it at night. So seeing it in the daytime gives it a nice touch. The main reason why we're looking at this place is because it has 9 bedrooms. It's a 9-bed, 3-bath place and decent square footage as well. So it is definitely the biggest house on the block. And yeah, the yard's pretty big. Front door has a code pad to it. Not in the best condition. I will say that. It's not very updated, but I will say that, some fresh paints, new lights, flooring is okay throughout the house. Lots of TVs, lots of windows as well. There's a lot to it. It's, but yeah, let's go over some of the details behind it. So it's been on the MLS for 23 days. As of the release, which I believe will be Tuesday, it'll be released, on Tuesday the 7th, tomorrow, the 7th. So here it is, 9-bed, 3-bath here, 9 bedrooms total, 9 bedroom, 3 bathroom. And here's the layout of it as well. Bathrooms look okay as well. They still need updating, and they're full baths from what I remember. So what was really interesting about this place is that it has a 3.25% interest rate on an assumable VA loan for VA borrowers. So for those of you who don't know, that is veterans. For those veterans that can get this, it is only available if you can assume the loan. Sorry, the interest rate is only available if you can assume the loan and you're a veteran and you're owner occupying this place. It can't apply as a investment property. So massive square footage, spacious bedrooms, tons of open living space with luxury vinyl flooring throughout. Each floor has a full bathroom and its own family rooms. Very true. I was checking out this whole place. There's a lot of room to it. Even the bedrooms look pretty big as well. So I can vouch for that. So one thing that I do want to bring up too is be very conscious of how many unrelated people can live in one property. So with this as a 9-bedroom place, optimally you want to just fill out the whole place at 9 bedrooms. But the thing is that isn't always the case. So in Aurora, I did some research and I believe it's 5 people that are unrelated can live in one property at one time. So if you can get, let's say, more family members, let's say someone has a cousin that wants to live with them, you might be able to fit in more people. So that's something that you just need to be very conscious of. So now let's look at the location of it over in Google Maps. So we're actually in Aurora. The specific location is in a cul-de-sac, which is really nice. After looking at the other houses here in the cul-de-sac as well, it's a pretty quiet neighborhood, as well as you get this little trail here right off of Uravan, Highland Hollows Park, not too far away from you. And it's definitely the biggest house on the block as well. So scoping out the rest of the area, Aurora Highlands is the area. Buckley Air Force Base is not too far away, so you might be able to get some military here. And it's just in the thick of it, in the thick of Aurora. So I would say just go up north, go west on Mississippi, and you're right on that 225, which brings you up to the 70, or even the South Parker Road and the 25 over there. So a lot of new development happening in the north side over here, which isn't too concerning or like something to note, but it is just knowledgeable, like what else is going on in this area, right? A bunch of parks nearby. Yeah, all in all, pretty decent area. Last thing I do want to bring up is that it is not in an HOA or a covenant, as you might be able to see here. No covenant, no association, so you are good on that. Year built is 1978. I don't think much upgrades have happened since, except maybe the kitchen. I will say that the kitchen stove, the refrigerator, the appliances all look pretty good. One last thing, because I wasn't able to see it at night. So this is what it looks like in the backyard. The deck looks really good. There's a fire pit there, mature tree, and you also get it. Well, I think they're probably taking the trampoline. So let's go on to the numbers here. So going on to the numbers, let me stretch this out. So how this can all pan out. So right now it's listed at 549, 500 or something like that, but we're just going to round up to 550K. Estimated rehab costs. So the one thing that I thought was a little detrimental to the property is that there was only one kitchen, and the kitchen is pretty small. So having a second kitchen, in my opinion, might be really good, like a big upgrade, especially with having up to 6 people in one place, or 9 if you have like a big family living there. Maybe installing it in the basement where there are 2 washers and 2 dryers, along with, I believe, a 50-gallon water heater. There's just a lot to it that can accommodate the amount of people that can live here. It's just the kitchen is the biggest downfall, if you ask me. Another thing too is that I was able to see, like, having that separate entrance where going from the garage into the house itself, if you were to wall it off or just have someone separate, like live downstairs at a higher income potential, for example, like a medium-term rental, and you have a kitchen down there. But the thing is that you have your washer dryers down there. So we would have to work out something here with everyone involved, how you can make it all work, maybe as a separate unit, non-conforming duplex in the basement. There's just a lot more to it, right? So anywho, going back to it. So the reason why I have these rehab costs a little bit higher than normal is that $20,000 might accommodate for that extra, having that extra kitchen. You don't need like maybe a small stove, refrigerator, microwave, and all that good stuff, in a sink. So having these hookups where the washer dryer is already might be able to help you out, building out that kitchen in the basement so that it supplements all the people and the extra kitchen, or the first kitchen that we were originally mentioning. So going to the rehab costs and closing costs, that might depend on your lender. Definitely speak to your lender about that, especially as it draws closer to when closing time is. Estimated ARV 575. At this point, we're not looking for anything crazy here. That 20,000 might also accommodate for people that want to upgrade the place or at least repaint it, which I highly recommend. There's just a lot of stuff, maybe even buried underneath, like the books or the clothes or the mattresses, that I just was not aware of. So you might want to actually even increase this budget as well to maybe like 30K, just to get it up to snuff and get you comfortable, right? So for an investment property, which is in particular to one of my clients, she's looking in the Denver area for this rent by the room situation. So with her being out of state and using it as an investment property, 20% down is pretty much necessary. If you want to try to assume that VA loan, first of all, you have to be a veteran, and you have to apply and still, be approved for this VA loan. So that's something that you might be able to work with, and maybe we can go through those numbers after I go through the 20% down first. So with interest rates, that'll change maybe a little bit by the time you close, or at least get under contract with this place, but 6.5%. Loan term in years, 30 years, 12 payments per year. Insurance, I'm anticipating about $2,400. Maybe that might increase if you want to have like umbrella insurance or extra insurance for all the people that are going to be living in there. Monthly taxes, $250. I got this straight from the MLS of $3,000 or just under $3,000. And so with the amount of people that can stay in here at one time that are strangers, so I would anticipate at conservatively about $800 a month per bedroom. And you might be able to charge a little bit more, especially for like extra storage. Let's say if you were able to get like $50 or even $100 for, let's say, someone to have a workspace. I think that'd be a pretty good idea. So let's say you have 5 bedrooms that are renting out for $800 each. Then you have 4 other bedrooms that you might be able to offer as a workspace. And so you have high-speed internet, you have a splitter or whatever that might be. So let's say if you were to have another 4 bedrooms operating as workspaces for $100 a month, so that would be an extra $400. So, and they would be paying their own utilities, I assume, and maybe even garage parking as well might be something that you can work out as well. So let's say if you want to have a portion of the garage, that's $100. So now going into the monthly payment, your mortgage is about $3,340. So that's not too bad. And comparing it to the monthly income of $4,500, your vacancy, I'm anticipating about 5%, capital expenditures with 180, maintenance 180, and property management. This is including property management. So with property management at approximately 10%, this might help you out, especially like as an investor working out of state, right? You just want to buy it and just let it run with all your systems in place, right? So I would anticipate that. And so you're cash flowing a little bit. Yeah, not too shabby. With down payment, though, it's a pretty considerable down payment, especially with the rehab costs and having the kitchen in there as well. So cash on cash return is about 1%, which is not that great. So I don't know, maybe there's something that we can work out here where you can have, like I said, that separate entrance from the garage going downstairs, especially if you were to have, what do you call it? A kitchen downstairs, and maybe even move the washer dryer to upstairs and make new hookups in the main floor. I think that's something you may be able to work out. And that separate unit, especially if it's closed off, you might be able to have it as an Airbnb. Aurora does allow it, I believe, as an investment property. You might just need to register it with a business license or permitted or something like that. So now going into the spot where, hey, if you're planning on assuming this loan, right? And you're planning on living in this place as a veteran, and there's a lot of upside if you were to assume this loan and just live in it. So with a 5% down payment, or maybe even 0%, but let's say you want to have some skin in the game. I mean, especially if you're going to be assuming this loan, you might be able to put down as little as 0% going forward, right? Or maybe if you cover up the loan amounts, which I believe they mentioned here, $462,250. So at $462,250, that's about $90,000 in equity in this place. So you might have to get a different loan. I'm not 100% sure how this works out, and maybe you can work out something with the seller. But nonetheless, let's say if we were to go that traditional route of a 5% down payment, loan amount of $522,500, interest rate, as mentioned here, 3.25. So let's put that in here, 3.25%. That's not going to change. The loan terms, payments made per year, monthly insurance and taxes. So with that being said, that's a considerable jump, or at least fall, going from, I think it was like $3,300 to $2,855. So even with property management included, let's say if you were to do your own property management, which is going to save you about $450 per month, and then you'll have to also take out this because you're going to be living in one of those bedrooms, right? So with that being said, and of course, this is all part of the game, right? Of how much you can actually make on this place. So with a house hack, actually, I mean, especially at 3.25%, at $800 per bedroom, you might be able to charge a little bit more, the extra storage, workspace, the garage parking, and all that good stuff. So with all that, $62,500 is not too bad, especially with a house hack. Maybe you don't want to have that kitchen in there. That might save you a lot of money. So let's say it's $10,000 instead for rehab costs. So now you're all in $42,500, which is not bad at all. Your cash on cash return is 7.83. You are sitting pretty, not bad at all. So yeah, I feel like I covered a lot of the situations here, and especially what you can do with this place. Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm really glad that my client here was actually looking at this place and asked me to go check it out last night, and I was like, I definitely got to make a video on this, especially with the rent by the room strategy. A lot of people might poo-poo it just because there's a lot of management to it, but get a property manager in there, and I myself am not having that much of a problem with managing my own properties and rentals. So if you need any help with that, especially if you're doing it on your own, or vetting certain property managers, especially on the rent by the room strategy, let's talk. So hit me up at 720-704-3522 or Instagram DM me at ian.realestateagent, or even put in the comments below what you think about all of this analysis. So with that being said, thanks so much for hanging out, and make sure you like and subscribe if you really like this video and want to hear more about it and how to analyze your own properties. So thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next week.